Anya felt a thrill course through her. The East was unlike anything she had ever imagined, a tapestry woven from forgotten magic and breathtaking beauty. This was no longer just an expedition, it was the start of a grand adventure, a chance to rewrite the legends of their world. Taking a deep breath of the fresh, untainted air, Anya straightened her shoulders and set off with her companions, their path illuminated by the promise of discovery. The East held its secrets close, but Anya, the elf who defied the shadows, was ready to unravel them. The portal spat them out onto a bed of soft, moss-like grass that glowed with an ethereal green luminescence. Anya blinked, momentarily disoriented. The air thrummed with an unfamiliar energy, a subtle tingle against her skin. Kai, the young elf, gasped beside her, his eyes wide with wonder. "Look at the trees," he exclaimed, pointing towards the colossal forms that dominated the landscape. Unlike any tree Anya had ever seen, these giants possessed smooth, barkless trunks that shimmered with an inner light, their branches adorned with bioluminescent leaves that cast an otherworldly glow upon the forest floor. Lyra, the human scholar, her brow furrowed in concentration, knelt beside a vibrant flower unlike any depicted in their ancient texts. Its petals, a swirling mix of sapphire and amethyst, pulsed with a slow, rhythmic beat. She carefully sketched the flower in her travelogue, muttering to herself about undiscovered flora and potential alchemical properties. Bronik, the dwarven warrior, surveyed their surroundings with a practiced eye. His hand instinctively rested on the pommel of his axe, his gaze lingering on the rustling leaves in the distance. Despite the breathtaking beauty, the unknown always held a hint of danger for a seasoned warrior. Anya took a deep breath, the exhilarating scent of the alien flora filling her lungs. Eldarian's words echoed in her mind, "Trust your instincts." A sense of calm washed over her, replaced by a spark of anticipation. This was no longer just an exploration. It was a step into a world untouched by time, a place where forgotten secrets slumbered beneath the emerald canopy. "All right, Tame," Anya announced, her voice ringing out in the silent forest. "Let's set up camp for the night. Tomorrow, we begin our exploration." Kai, his youthful enthusiasm barely contained, bounced on the balls of his feet. Anya sat beside Bronik, gazing up at the star-dusted sky. The constellations here were unfamiliar, a testament to how far they had ventured from the known world. A comfortable silence settled between them, a shared sense of purpose forging a bond between the seasoned warrior and the elf leader. As the first rays of dawn painted the sky in hues of rose and gold, they broke camp, venturing deeper into the uncharted forest. The air grew thick with the fragrance of unknown flowers, and the ground beneath their feet was spongy with bioluminescent moss. Strange insects with iridescent wings flitted through the beams of sunlight that pierced the dense foliage, and the occasional chirp of an unseen creature echoed through the silent woods. Every rustle of leaves, every flitting shadow, sent a thrill of anticipation through Anya. The East was a living, breathing entity, a place where magic seemed to infuse the very air they breathed. They were trespassers here, but not unwelcome ones. Anya felt a strange sense of belonging, a connection to this ancient place that resonated deep within her soul. Their journey took them past waterfalls that shimmered with an otherworldly light, across crystal-clear streams teeming with fish that shimmered with an inner luminescence, and through towering groves where the colossal trees seemed to whisper secrets on the wind. Each step they took unveiled a new wonder, a testament to the East's untamed magic. Days bled into weeks as they ventured deeper into the uncharted territories. They encountered strange, yet peaceful, creatures unlike any documented in their texts, furry, bioluminescent herbivores with large, curious eyes, and graceful avian creatures with shimmering feathers that sang haunting melodies at dusk. Lyra meticulously documented each new discovery, her travelogue overflowing with sketches and observations. One evening, as they huddled around a crackling fire, Bronik pointed towards a faint, shimmering light in the distance, barely visible through the dense foliage. Anya's heart leapt. Could it be ruins? The whispers of a lost civilization echoed in her mind. With renewed determination, they pushed forward, the undergrowth becoming denser as they neared the source of the light. Finally, they emerged into a clearing and gasped in unison. Before them stood a sight that defied description. Towering structures, unlike anything they had ever seen, pierced the emerald canopy. Crafted from a material that shimmered with an inner silver light, the buildings seemed to grow organically from the very earth itself, their smooth, flowing lines defying the rigid geometry of human architecture. Anya felt a shiver run down her spine, a mixture of awe and trepidation. These weren't mere ruins. This was a living city, seemingly abandoned yet pulsating with a faint, ethereal energy. The whispers of a lost civilization had morphed into a tangible reality, a testament to a forgotten people who had mastered a technology beyond their wildest dreams. Lyra, her eyes wide with wonder, fumbled for her travelogue, her trembling hand already sketching the first outlines of this incredible discovery. Kai, his jaw slack with awe, muttered about forgotten magic and ancient wonders. Even Bronick, his usually stoic face etched with astonishment, couldn't help but stare in speechless reverence. Anya took a tentative step forward, the soft moss muffling the sound of her footsteps. The closer they got, the more intricate details emerged, swirling patterns etched onto the shimmering surface, doorways that pulsed with a faint inner light, and gardens filled with bioluminescent flora that bloomed in impossible colors. This wasn't just a city, it was a testament to a harmonious blend of nature and technology, a civilization that lived in perfect symbiosis with its environment. Suddenly, a soft chime echoed through the clearing, emanating from the largest structure at the city's center. A wave of energy rippled outwards, brushing against them like a gentle breeze. The city, long dormant, seemed to stir, the faint hum of unseen machinery thrumming to life. Anya's heart pounded in her chest. Had they triggered some ancient defense mechanism, or perhaps a welcoming protocol? Uncertainty gnawed at her, but her curiosity, her thirst for knowledge, outweighed her fear. With a deep breath, Anya turned to her companions. "We need to be cautious," she warned, her voice surprisingly steady. "But we also need to learn more. This city holds secrets, a glimpse into a lost past. We came here to explore, and explore we shall." Lyra, her eyes gleaming with excitement, nodded eagerly. Bronick, ever the pragmatist, hefted his axe a little tighter, but a flicker of determination shone in his eyes. Kai, bouncing on the balls of his feet, practically vibrated with anticipation. Together, they stepped forward, their boots crunching on the soft moss. The silver city loomed before them, a silent invitation into the unknown. Anya, the elf who defied the shadows, was about to embark on a new adventure, one that could rewrite the history of their world and unlock the secrets of a civilization lost to time. The chime echoed once more, a haunting melody that seemed to beckon them forward, deeper into the heart of the shimmering city. As they ventured closer to the colossal structure, the city's awakening became more apparent. The soft hum intensified, pulsing through the ground beneath their feet. Lines etched on the buildings glowed a faint blue, swirling and shifting like veins carrying unseen energy. Anya cautiously reached out and touched the cool, shimmering surface of a nearby structure. A jolt of energy surged through her fingertips, a tingle that danced up her arm. It wasn't hostile, but a curious sensation, like the city itself was making a tentative connection. Taking a deep breath, Anya turned to her companions. "We need a plan," she declared, her voice echoing in the sudden stillness. "This city is unlike anything we've ever seen. We need to proceed with caution, but also with respect." Lyra, her scholarly mind already churning with possibilities, chimed in. "Perhaps the central structure holds some kind of control center, a key to understanding how this city functions." Bronick, ever the pragmatist, rumbled, "And what of potential dangers, traps guarding forgotten knowledge?" "We should be prepared for anything." Kai, his youthful enthusiasm tempered by a newfound sense of awe, suggested. "Maybe there are clues, symbols, or writings on the buildings that could offer some insight into this civilization." Anya considered their suggestions, a plan forming in her mind. "We'll split up," she decided. "Lyra and I will head towards the central structure, searching for any control center or informational hub. Bronick, you keep watch on the perimeter, ensuring our safety. Kai, with your keen eye for detail, examine the buildings for any symbols or writings that might offer clues." With a determined nod, they set off. Anya and Lyra navigated a labyrinth of glowing pathways, the city humming with an otherworldly energy. They passed gardens teeming with bioluminescent flora unlike anything they had ever documented, their vibrant colors casting an ethereal glow on the silver structures. The air itself seemed to crackle with a faint electrical energy. Finally, they reached the base of the central structure, a colossal edifice that dwarfed all the others. A massive doorway, its surface etched with swirling patterns, pulsed with an inviting blue light. Anya hesitated, a sense of foreboding tugging at her gut. Was this the right course of action? Lyra, her eyes shining with scholarly excitement, placed a hand on Anya's arm. "This is it, Anya, the key to understanding this lost civilization." Anya took a deep breath, pushing aside her apprehension. They had come this far. With a determined nod, she stepped forward, the doorway flaring a brilliant blue as they approached. Taking one last glance back at Bronick and Kai, who stood guard at the entrance, Anya and Lyra stepped through the threshold and into the unknown. The doorway shimmered and solidified behind them, plunging them into darkness. For a moment, Anya fumbled blindly, her heart pounding in her chest. Then, with a soft hum, the chamber illuminated, revealing a sight that left her breathless. They stood in a vast, circular room, its walls adorned with swirling holographic displays depicting celestial bodies, intricate machinery, and strange, humanoid figures unlike any they had ever seen. In the center of the room, a pulsating sphere of energy hovered, emanating a soft, blue light. Anya felt a wave of dizziness wash over her, the sheer volume of information overwhelming. This was a treasure trove of knowledge, a window into the lost civilization's history and technology. But where to begin? A soft chime echoed through the chamber, emanating from the pulsating sphere. Tentatively, Anya reached out towards it, her hand hovering just above the energy field. Suddenly, the sphere flared to life, a holographic image flickering into existence above it. A figure, humanoid yet with faintly glowing skin and ethereal eyes, materialized before them. It spoke in a language unlike any Anya had ever heard, yet somehow the meaning resonated within her mind. "Welcome, travelers from afar," the figure boomed, its voice echoing through the chamber. "We, the Aethel, have been waiting for your arrival." Anya's breath hitched, iron trepidation wired within her. Here, in this hidden city, stood a testament to a civilization far exceeding anything they had ever imagined. The holographic figure, the Aethel, continued, its voice resonating with an otherworldly power. "We have watched from the shadows," it boomed, "as your world teetered on the brink of darkness. We see the potential within you, elf who defied the shadows. You possess the courage and curiosity needed to understand our legacy." Lyra, her eyes wide with wonder, scribbled furiously in her travelogue, desperately trying to capture every word, every detail. This was a moment that would rewrite history, a direct link to a civilization lost to time. "The knowledge you seek," the Aethel continued, its form shimmering and shifting, "lies within this chamber. But knowledge comes at a cost. Are you prepared to face the trials, to answer the questions that will unlock the secrets of the past?" Anya straightened her shoulders, her gaze locking with the holographic figure. The weight of responsibility settled upon her. This wasn't just about her thirst for adventure, it was about the future of their world. The knowledge they could glean from this lost civilization could hold the key to unimaginable advancements, perhaps even the key to preventing future darkness from ever taking hold. "We are," Anya declared, her voice ringing with conviction, "we came here to learn, to understand. We are ready to face any trials you present." The Aethel studied them for a moment, a flicker of something akin to approval crossing its ethereal features. Then, with a soft hum, the holographic display flickered and dissolved. The pulsating sphere pulsed with renewed intensity, bathing the chamber in an otherworldly blue light. The floor beneath their feet trembled, holographic grids appearing across its surface. Runes, glowing a vibrant blue, snaked across the walls, seemingly coming alive. The chamber was transforming, morphing into a series of challenges, a test of their courage, their ingenuity, and their understanding of the natural world. Lyra, her eyes gleaming with a scholar's fervor, began deciphering the runes, muttering theories about mathematics and energy manipulation. Bronick, alerted by the tremors, materialized in the doorway, his axe gripped tight, his gaze scanning the chamber for any immediate threats. Kai, ever the nimble climber, scaled the walls, tracing the glowing lines with his fingertips, searching for patterns or hidden mechanisms. Anya stood at the center of the chamber, the pulsating sphere humming with an energy that resonated deep within her. This was it. The trials had begun. They were here to learn, to unlock the secrets of the Aethel, and they would succeed. The fate of their world, perhaps even the echoes of a forgotten civilization, rested on their shoulders. With a deep breath, Anya stepped onto the first glowing grid, the runes flaring brightly as she did. The chamber pulsed with renewed energy, and the first trial of the Aethel commenced. Their journey into the heart of the lost city had taken an unexpected turn, but Anya, the elf who defied the shadows, was ready to face whatever challenges awaited them. The forgotten knowledge of the Aethel was within their grasp, and they would not falter. The first trial was a test of their connection to the natural world. The holographic grid beneath Anya's feet pulsed with vibrant green, and the air shimmered with the scent of blooming flowers and fresh earth. Images of flora and fauna, both familiar and fantastical, flickered around them. A disembodied voice, the echo of the Aethel, boomed, "Identify the imbalances within the ecosystem. Restore harmony, and the path forward shall be revealed." Lara, her scholarly mind buzzing, scanned the holographic displays. "Look for disruptions in the natural energy flow," she urged, pointing to areas where the flora appeared wilted or the fauna seemed agitated. Anya closed her eyes, focusing on the subtle whispers of the forest they had encountered on their journey. She felt a disharmony, a blockage in the flow of life energy. Reaching out with her mind, she sensed a corrupted crystal embedded deep within the holographic landscape. With a focused burst of light energy from the font within her, she shattered the crystal, restoring the natural flow. A wave of relief washed over her as the holographic flora bloomed anew and the fauna relaxed. The grid beneath her feet shimmered, then solidified, revealing a pathway leading deeper into the chamber. Relief mixed with apprehension in Anya's heart. The next trial materialized as a holographic cityscape, a bustling metropolis teeming with the Aethel. The disembodied voice boomed once more, "Navigate the Aethel city during its peak, avoiding disruptions and unraveling the cause of its downfall." Bronick, his keen eye for detail catching subtle clues, took charge. He pointed out inconsistencies in the bustling crowd, anomalies that hinted at societal unrest. Kai, nimble and quick-witted, navigated the virtual cityscape with ease, deciphering cryptic messages hidden on holographic billboards. Lara deciphered ancient Aethel script that spoke of a resource depletion and a growing social divide. As they navigated the virtual city, they witnessed the Aethel civilization crumble from within, succumbing to their own unchecked ambition. With a heavy heart, Anya reached the heart of the holographic city, a desolate wasteland where once magnificent structures stood in ruin. The trial ended, leaving a somber silence in its wake. The cost of progress, the Aethel's trials seemed to warn, could be self-destruction. The chamber pulsed once more, and a new challenge manifested, a series of intricate mathematical equations and complex energy manipulation puzzles. Drawing on their combined knowledge and skills, Anya, Lara, Bronick, and Kai tackled the challenges head-on. Anya, channeling the font's energy, manipulated holographic constructs. Bronick, with surprising agility, navigated physical puzzles that mirrored the virtual ones. Lara, deciphering ancient Aethel texts, unlocked the underlying mathematical principles. Kai, with his youthful ingenuity, found unorthodox solutions that surprised even the seasoned warrior. Each trial they conquered unlocked another fragment of the Aethel's knowledge. They learned about advanced energy manipulation techniques, sustainable resource management practices, and a profound respect for the delicate balance between nature and technology. The Aethel's legacy wasn't just about power, they realized, but about living in harmony with their world. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they stood together in the center of the chamber. The pulsating sphere hummed with renewed intensity, bathing them in its otherworldly blue light. The holographic displays flickered, then dissolved, revealing the chamber once more in its pristine state. The disembodied voice boomed one last time, filled with a hint of satisfaction. "You have faced the trials, travelers from afar. You have proven your courage, your ingenuity, and your respect for the natural world. The knowledge of the Aethel is yours to carry forward." The pulsating sphere pulsed once more, releasing a torrent of information that flooded Anya's mind. Images, equations, and forgotten languages streamed into her consciousness, overwhelming at first, then settling into a cohesive whole. The knowledge of the Aethel, a treasure trove of scientific advancements and forgotten wisdom, now belonged to her. Anya emerged from the chamber, her mind brimming with newfound knowledge. Looking at her companions, their faces etched with awe and exhaustion, she knew the weight of this discovery rested heavily on them. They had unlocked a legacy, a path to a brighter future, but with it came the responsibility to use this knowledge wisely. The journey had changed them. They were no longer just explorers. They were custodians of a forgotten civilization's wisdom. Together, they emerged from the shimmering city, forever marked by their encounter with the Aethel. The East had revealed its secrets, and Anya, the elf who defied the shadows, now held the key to a future bathed in both the light of their own world and the forgotten knowledge of a civilization lost to time. The journey back through the shimmering city felt different. The once awe-inspiring structures now held a weight of cautionary wisdom. Anya, burdened yet exhilarated by the knowledge she carried, walked with a newfound purpose. Emerging from the colossal doorway, they were greeted by Bronik's relieved expression and Kai's eager questions. Lyra, her eyes sparkling with a scholar's fervour, bombarded Anya with inquiries about the final trial. Anya explained the Aethel's emphasis on balance and the dangers of unchecked ambition, her voice echoing with the weight of their experience. As they huddled around a crackling fire that night, the forest teeming with unseen life around them, a new plan began to take shape. They couldn't simply return to their world and unleash this knowledge upon an unsuspecting populace. It was a powerful tool, a double-edged sword that required careful handling. "We need to establish a research institute," Lyra declared, her voice filled with excitement. "A place to study the Aethel's knowledge, to understand its implications and potential applications." Bronik rumbled his agreement. "We also need to ensure this city remains hidden. The knowledge within could be misused in the wrong hands." Kai, his youthful enthusiasm tempered by their experiences, suggested establishing safeguards, ethical guidelines to ensure the Aethel's knowledge was used for good. Anya listened intently, her heart swelling with pride at the collective wisdom brewing around the fire. "We'll need to choose a select group of scholars and researchers," Anya announced, the weight of leadership settling back upon her shoulders. "Those with the temperament and intellect to handle such knowledge responsibly." They spent the next few days meticulously documenting their experiences, sketching the city's layout, and meticulously recording the symbols and equations etched upon its walls. Lyra, her travelogue overflowing with newfound knowledge, practically vibrated with scholarly excitement. With a heavy heart, they finally stood at the portal, the gateway back to their world shimmering before them. This hidden city, this treasure trove of forgotten knowledge, would remain their secret for now, a guardian angel watching over their world. Stepping through the portal, they emerged into a familiar clearing, the scent of pine and damp earth filling their lungs. The world looked different now, seen through the lens of the Aethel's wisdom. They carried the weight of a civilization's legacy, a responsibility that both humbled and invigorated them. The return journey was filled with hushed conversations and contemplative silences. They weren't just explorers anymore. They were stewards of a forgotten past, torchbearers leading their world towards a brighter future. The East had yielded its secrets, and Anya, the elf who defied the shadows, now walked a new path, one illuminated by the combined light of their own world and the wisdom of the Aethel. Back in their bustling city, they presented their findings to a select council of elders and scholars. The revelation of the hidden city and the Aethel's knowledge sent ripples of shock and awe through the halls of power. Anya, with Bronik, Kai, and Lyra by her side, presented their case for a research institute, one dedicated to responsible and sustainable use of the Aethel's legacy. The council, after weeks of deliberation, agreed. A secluded institute, nestled amidst a pristine forest, was established. Anya, hailed as a visionary leader, became its director, guiding a team of brilliant minds in unraveling the mysteries of the Aethel's knowledge. Years passed, and the institute flourished. Advanced healing techniques, sustainable energy sources, and a deeper understanding of the natural world emerged from their research. The Aethel's legacy, filtered through the lens of responsibility, became a beacon of progress for their world. Anya, Her hair now streaked with silver, but her eyes still sparkling with curiosity, stood at the Institute's helm. The whispers of the Aethel echoed in her mind, a constant reminder of their responsibility. The East had revealed its secrets, and Anya, the elf who defied the shadows, had not only saved her world from darkness, but had lit the path towards a future illuminated by both the light of their own ingenuity and the wisdom of a civilization lost to time. The legend of the elf who defied the shadows had become a legacy of knowledge, a testament to the enduring human spirit of exploration, discovery, and the responsible use of power.